Don't just think it, speak it. News Talk 1400 WDTK. Welcome to Networking Squared with Jerry O and Al Crawford. Grab your coffee, hang out for an hour, and learn from their business experts. Now, here are your business squares, Jerry and Al.
Networking Squared, good morning. I have waited all week to get into the studio, and I just love being here. We have been talking about content as much as anything else, haven't we, Al?
It's a great week, Jerry. It was a fast week, and I'm happy to be back in the studio with you, buddy.
It's a good thing going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. We've got things happening everywhere. I want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. And with Valentine's Day, we've got the boat show coming up.
Woo, boat show.
So for all of you people who are into boating and all of the boats and all the things that happen, get down to Cobo, check out a boat, and when you buy that big 45-footer, give me a call, because if you can afford the gas, I can afford to hang with you. Also, Tiger Stadium, or not Tiger Stadium, yeah. There's not even a Tiger Stadium anymore.
That's a big empty field with a flagpole.
Yeah, sorry, Al. I know that really bums you out. What's going on with the Tigers?
Well, actually, Monday, which is Valentine's Day, is a special day for me, because it is the day that the Tigers report, actually pitchers and catchers report to Lakeland.
So besides Valentine's Day, it is the the pitchers and catchers reporting, and it means that spring training is underway.
Thank God.
Wouldn't you love to be down there, Al?
Yeah, that's my goal next year. You're going to be on your own for the show for that weekend.
Well, I got Brian, so I won't be totally on my own, so it's all a good thing. And you have actually done some stuff down there with Sparky, didn't you?
Well, the Catch golf outing is actually here in Michigan.
Okay, so that's when you were hanging out with all the boys.
Right. All
right, I didn't know that. I thought maybe you had already been down there, because I hear you're Mr. Tiger. And
well, my friends and I, we've gone to 20 different cities watching the Tigers play over the last 20 years.
Does anybody know that?
They do now.
Okay, well, I think, with all the Super Bowl and those old guys that were going to all the Super Bowls, I think maybe you ought to, get involved and let people know that you've been to all the stadiums. Maybe somebody can help you cover some of your costs.
Yeah, that'd be great. Well, but it's something where we have our own agendas and we have a blast. But it's actually guys from 10th grade biology I go with. How's that for you?
That's a long way back. So I want to welcome everybody to Networking Squared. I want to thank Erica for being here. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing this morning?
I am wonderful. I love being behind the fuzzy microphone and underneath the headphones, just like Mr. Al Crawford. Thank you, Erica, for being here. She is our intern. Hopefully she is learning a lot and hanging out at the station. So it's all a very, very good thing. Al, we've got Local Business Network's got an event coming up. We're going to talk about that during the last segment.
Okay.
But can you give us just a little brief thing, what's going to happen for that?
Well, it's going to be an amazing event that's coming up actually this Thursday from 8 until 12 in Madison Heights. And based on what we're seeing for booking, we're looking at about 400 people being at this event. And you and I will be there as well. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
So this kind of event, it will be networking. It's going to be there for people to explain what they do. We'd like to get some of the people that we know, maybe even Brian, and get him over there to network. Learn how to do it. Exactly what we talk about on the air every week. How to pass out cards, how to make those leads, how to make those contacts, how to do your follow-up. We're going to be there. And will you walk somebody through it?
I absolutely will. Tell me who you need, and I will take you to that person.
So if they walk in, they're going, okay, I got to find Al Crawford. I'm going to let him know the person that I need to talk to, and he's going to know who it is.
Correct.
All right. Well, that's pretty simple, isn't it? And I will also be doing the same thing. So, Erica, you're certainly welcome to come to that if you want.
I would love to, since I didn't get to go to the one that just passed.
All right. So,
do we give her a free pass or do we make her pay?
We'll give her a free pass. She is an intern, so.
Fine.
Yes. You know what that word intern means.
Yes. You just get cheated out of everything. So, that's, I've never served an internship. I don't know. Maybe I'm doing that now, but never served an internship. Have you?
No, I really haven't. I like to get paid for what I do.
Yeah, that's, well, she would like to get paid one day, too, and that's why we do this. So we also have, what we were involved in, and maybe if we get a chance, I just want to touch on this a little bit. But you were really geeked up about this Great Lakes Agricultural Fair coming to the Silverdome.
Yeah, on Monday, Jerry and I were invited to be at the press conference, and it's going to, basically take the place of the state fair. And it's going to be at the Silverdome, and it's going to be September 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. And it's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be gigantic. And it was a really, really exciting press conference. And I like it. I like it. They're going to have all the same stuff that the state fair had, all the animals, all the food, all the rides. And they're going to do a great job. And the cool thing is they're not asking for one penny from the state.
Nope. They're going to do this all on their own. The Silverdome has been very instrumental in helping put this together. Colin got us involved, and he is also part of Networking Squared and a few other ventures that we're involved in. Why don't you give a shout out to Colin now?
Yeah, Colin McConnell, who's actually the owner. It's actually bizmatch.com, which is a great, great site. I encourage everyone to check it out. He does offer a free 90-day membership on that site. It's a great site to check out. And, Colin is a great guy. He's got a lot of knowledge, and we put our heads together, and we've been able to do some pretty amazing things in the last few months.
Okay, and again, he is the one that was instrumental in getting the Listen Live link or clicky thing on our Facebook page.
Yeah, there's a difference. Jerry and I call it the clicky thing, and that's why we need Colin to actually put it in place for us.
Yeah, we're not real big tech guys. We know how it all works. We just don't know what it's called. So if you want to listen live, you can go to Facebook. We are trying to get as many fans on our page. We're at 499 this morning. We'd like to get up to 599 by tonight. So if you would like to become a fan of Networking Squared, how can they do that?
It's pretty easy. Just go to Facebook, type in Networking Squared, and say you like us.
Okay. And we would like to have all of the fans. And once you're a fan, you get all of the information then that we post on our page. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's information about where we're going to be. If you want to get involved with being on the show, want to advertise on the show, want to sponsor, all that information is shared there all the time.
So we have a couple of sponsors coming up. I'd like to give them a real quick plug. One of them is Comcast, and they're going to be sponsoring in April. And you want to talk about Tommy for March?
Yeah, well, Tommy Salvati from the Salvati Group is going to be our sponsor for the month, and he's actually going to be also on the show. He's going to do a couple commercials, so he's going to be a big, big presence in March.
So we're looking forward to that. Great guy, good friend, and we appreciate that. We also had people helping Networking Squared and people that know us that want to help businesses around town, help Al and myself to highlight businesses. Richard Kroll, somebody that I'd known for a while. He's actually a principal of one of the schools in the area, and he got me tied into Dr. Pavel Bentz, chiropractor, and that's who's going to be on the show today. So
it is going to be an exciting show. He's a great guy, and I've learned a lot from this guy already today, so it's going to be good.
You did your pre-production meeting, and I couldn't get anywhere near you.
Nope, no, he was all mine.
You were just learning and talking. I know, Erica, you got a chance to get online and check out.
I certainly did. Yes, it's a great website.
And learning about a chiropractor. You've never gone to one,
No,
right?
I've never gone, so it was interesting to navigate around the page. And
we're going to change that. We're going to change that today.
Yeah.
So we are going to, there will be no adjustments today, but we are going to talk about adjustments. We're going to talk about what chiropractic, what it means and what it can do for you. Again, every week I say we learn a lot, but I do.
Right. And another thing actually I wanted to share is that we are actually right up to date now on our shows being on YouTube. You can actually go onto YouTube, type in Networking Squared, and all of our shows since the beginning back in October are now all on there. So if there's a show that you've missed, go back in there. It's a free way to go, and you can do it. And now we will have each show on within a few days, and that's thanks to my stepson, Steve Racine. Thanks, Steve.
Yeah, and he's another part of the behind-the-scenes Networking Squared. We do not do this alone, do we, Al?
No, it is a team effort.
Yeah, so it is a team effort. We appreciate everybody getting involved. And if you'd like to get involved in the show, check us out on Facebook, Networking Squared. You can get on there, leave us a message, or you can get on Al Crawford's face page or Jerry Olson and leave us a message. If you have any questions, or while we're on the show, we keep this up. And I'm looking at the page right now if you have any questions. And if you have any questions for Dr. Benz while we're here, I'll see if I can get those on as I read them as they come through.
The other invitation I have for people is on LinkedIn. If you'd like to be connected to me, I actually pulled a report yesterday, and I am now the 6th highest ranked connection within about a 100-mile radius of Detroit. So if you want to be connected, invite me on LinkedIn. And actually, when we did a training for one of your friends yesterday, and I added 1.2 million connections to her network. So,
wow.
Yeah. So it was great.
It was interesting to see you teaching somebody yesterday about LinkedIn and how important it is for making connections and even job search, correct?
It's the way. If you want to have a job with a corporation, that's what you have to have. You have to have a profile on LinkedIn and on Facebook. And there is a very specific way that it needs to look. So it's something I do welcome it. If you are looking for a job and you're struggling, you have the qualifications, but you can't figure out why you're not getting the calls. If you don't have a LinkedIn and a Facebook profile, that's a big reason.
All right. And for people that are in transition, your LinkedIn profile is actually your resume.
It is. It's your resume, and what happens is that if you do ask to be connected to me, indicate if you are actually looking for a job, and I can reference you to a couple of groups that are set up for that process, and I can show you a lot of different profiles that are for people that are in transition.
So people that are looking to make connections, we want to help them. If you are looking for a job, LinkedIn is vital, and it is instrumental in job search today.
It is, and this is the way. People say, why? Why does it work that way? Well, here's the deal. You're applying for a position. There's 300 other people that are applying for that position. What the employers are doing is they Google your name, and they say, do you have a LinkedIn and a Facebook profile? No, you're done. It doesn't matter what your qualifications are, you're done. So you have to have that presence to begin with.
All right. Again, learning, teaching. We would like to come out to your events. We would like to speak to your groups. If you'd like to have Networking Squared, let us know. Saturday morning, Networking Squared, Jerry O, Al Crawford, and Erica. Thank you very much for tuning in.